So I'm just on my way to In-N-Out. I'm trying to get a snack. I'm hungry. But I just want to talk about logos really quickly, you know? I mean, they're kind of like very important parts of building a business. A good one can really make or break it. I mean, look at McDonald's, look at In-N-Out, Harley Davidson, that's a great one. My brand, we've made a logo by accident. Fully, it was an accident. It was just like completely not on purpose, but we have made a logo and it's even been worn by celebrities. I mean, we had Jake Gyllenhaal wear it on SNL.
Oh, hey, Marcelo.
What's up, man? It's so cool that you're hosting the finale.
We had Bad Bunny wear it on SNL. It's become this like very, very integral, iconic part of the business and sort of making its way into American society. And this is how I did it.
I am so sorry. I let my hanger get in the way. I didn't even introduce myself. My name is Spencer Phipps. I am the founder of menswear brand Phipps. We are the next great American heritage brand.
So everything stems from this image. They call it the X theory, which essentially is something that this amateur astronomer discovered by himself maybe 20 years ago. Like anyone can go on this NASA website and look at like the galaxy and stuff and cruise around. And this guy, just on his own at home, decided to look at the Milky Way from the side. And in all of the years of NASA science, like nobody had ever considered that. And it took this outsider to really discover an entire new way of looking at the universe. And that's a beautiful story. And so I kind of roughly traced this thing and put it on a t-shirt.
This is the first shirt it was ever used on. It's like the first appearance. There's a great like Neil deGrasse Tyson quote on here. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, to the rest of the universe atomically.
First iteration of it was much more sort of National Geographic's kind of science-based. And that was on the first collection, and it was not necessarily something that I really thought that much about. I mean, it made a nice graphic. And then the following season, I was looking for like a little decorative element to put on something, and I was like, oh, remember that star from the season before? And I put it on there. And then I think even in the third season, it came again, and a buyer, I was in the showroom, and a buyer was like, oh, is that your logo? And I'm trying to get the sales, so obviously I said, yeah, totally. Do you like it? If you like it, then it is definitely the logo. That kind of became the thing. So I like to sneak it into lots of different garments.
Here's a bunch of other stuff that we like incorporate the logo on. You know, put it on a fleece, on a hat, put it into the flag. We added it onto the tag. And of course, you know, on the chest. We decorated like a whole shirt. You know, we covered all these like cargo styles with the star just all over it. I don't even know if you can see on this one, but it's inside the it's like inside of the plaid. Or this one where it's the embroidery is actually, you know, it's like a stripe made out of the logo. Or even incorporated into some, you know, some nice sweaters. We incorporated it into knitwear, you know, and kind of snuck it in. Or it's even like on the jeans, all sneaky on the back pocket. These little tags.
We even put it on a blanket.
There's the belt buckle too, which is one of my favorites.
Even a little bit on the sweater. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. You know, it becomes this little game of trying to hide the logo into stuff, but it gives people a bit of a framework and a non-verbal way to do it. But it wasn't really planned. You know, I didn't like sit down and say, okay, now today I'm going to design the logo. I'm going to, you know, make this thing. You know, what makes a good logo, right? There's a certain simplicity. It obviously needs to be original and very specific to itself. In case you're starting a brand, you know, I think it's a very important thing to have a logo in some capacity. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a graphic, but some companies just have their, you know, brand name written out or something. When you're starting a brand, you're trying to figure out, like, first of all, what is it? I think it's important to understand your world. What are you making? Who is it for? How are you getting it to them? The logo can come organically, or you can have a very intentional sort of process of building that. There's a great story about Nike. I think they paid some guy named like Bruce $35 to make this logo. You know, and they kind of were like, oh, I guess, I don't really know. And now it's the most recognizable logo in the world. So a lot of it is almost just sitting down in your convictions and saying, yeah, this is it. And you roll with it and you develop it, you know? And I think that's something that's happened with me with the logo, where it's like, the more I sit with it, the more I realize that it represents all of the different things that I think Phipps represents, which is, you know, a new outlook on the universe. It kind of looks like barbed wire if you put it in a row like that. It's real simple. You could draw it. I could probably get a tattoo of it or whatever. So it kind of checks all the boxes. And I know a lot of people want to sit down and do this before they get started. And with that, I just say, be really sure about what you're doing, look at all the things that you're making and the world that you want to represent. And from there, you can kind of name your child, so to speak. I don't know if this helps anybody, but yeah. Could I get a 3x3 animal style? Can I get Arnold Palmer, like half lemonade, half?
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's how I made my logo. And if you like this video, definitely like and subscribe. Hit me up on Instagram. We got the company account. We got my account. I got a newsletter on the website. I mean, there's a lot of different ways to keep in touch, but you should definitely do that. So I'm gonna get busy.